Hey Arnold, Arnold's Christmas by Craig Bartlett and Maggie Groening. Chapter 1. The final bell rang at Pt.1 and the students poured out the front doors. Yay! Christmas vacation, they hollered. Sparkling white snow draped the streets, sidewalks, parked cars and trees. Christmas lights and decorations twinkled on every building. Phoebe sighed happily. Almost Christmas. I love the way the city is transformed by all the decorations. What do you love most about Christmas, Helga? Are you kidding? Helga snorted. The presents. I'm gonna make a haul this year. Phoebe looked at Helga doubtfully. But Helga, Christmas is about giving and sharing, family and friends, holiday spirit. Oh, come off your high horse, sister, Helga cut in. Christmas is about presents. It's about getting as much stuff as you can. It's about money and flash. It's about shopping like barbarian, getting yours before the other guy gets his. It's about dropping hints, making lists, kissing the right butts at the right time. Christmas is about... She stopped, transfixed by a window display across the street. Snow boots! She rushed to the window, pushed past some girls gathered there, and pressed her face against the glass. At the center of the display was a life-size cardboard stand-up of Nancy Spumoni, the extremely famous singer-turned-fashion designer, dressed in an ultra-stylish, form-fitting ski outfit and sporting a pair of snazzy-looking snow boots. There, on a low pedestal, was a pair of the actual boots, revolving slowly. Helga gazed at them longingly. Nancy Spumoni's signature snow boots, she breathed. Imported leather, gold embossed, hand-riveted, zigzag tread, steel-toed. I gotta have 'em. I just gotta have 'em. Her classmate Rhonda Lloyd leaned in. You and every other girl in the city, Helga, she said smugly. The stores are practically sold out. There just aren't enough for everybody. Helga waved her off. I'll get my boots, Rhonda Lloyd. I've been dropping hints to my parents for weeks, and they better not blow it, or I'll show them some holiday spirit. Across the street, Arnold waited for Gerald to emerge from a store. He soon appeared with a large shopping bag. That was fast, Arnold said. It was easy, man, Gerald replied. I'm done. They started walking. Arnold looked curiously at the bag in Gerald's hand. So, what did you get? Ties, Gerald announced with satisfaction. For everybody. Everybody? Even Timberly? Yep. Hers has a little pink polka dots. Gerald, what is a 5-year-old girl like Timberly gonna need a tie for? Formal occasions, Gerald suggested. Arnold sighed. Gerald, you can't just give everybody ties for Christmas. Why not? Because Christmas is special, Arnold replied. It's about showing the people who are close to you that you really care about them. When you give somebody a present, it should be unique. Gerald looked at his shopping bag doubtfully. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I better get Timberly a toy or something. Arnold smiled. Now you're getting the Christmas spirit. Okay, see ya, Arnold. Where are you going? Gerald held up a Dayglow paisley tie. I gotta take your present back. Arnold grinned and started towards home. Helga, who had overheard the entire conversation, followed him about half a block behind, scowling. Arnold, what a goof. What a sap. What a holiday fool, she said to herself. How can I revile his very existence? And yet, She glanced around quickly to make sure she was not overheard. "How I love him," she sighed. His awkward gait, his half-lit gaze, his brave, if misguided concern for those less fortunate. I must find the perfect gift for my beloved, something big and flashy, something that will impress him. She stopped and thought. What did he say in his sappy speech to Geraldo? Something unique. Chapter 2. The scene in the boarding house living room that evening was lively and festive, if not entirely Christmassy. Grandma, dressed in her Pocahontas outfit, perched on a ladder to place a papier-mâché turkey at the top of the tree. "Happy Thanksgiving, everybody," she yelled, leaping to the floor. Arnold rolled his eyes affectionately at his grandmother. She always got her holidays mixed up. Grandpa looked around at the assembled boarders. "Is everybody here?" The front door opened, and Mr. Hewen came in, shaking snow off his overcoat. He looked sad and thoughtful, unlike how everyone else felt. "Okay, here's Mr. Hewen, so that's all of us." Grandpa held up a fishbowl containing several slips of paper and shook it. "You all know what this is. It's time to pick your secret Santa." The boarders crowded around and drew Secret Santa names. Arnold took his slip of paper to a corner chair and opened it. It said, "Mr. Hewen." Arnold looked over at the fireplace where Mr. Hewen stood, pipe in hand, gazing sadly into the flames. This was not going to be easy. The next morning, Gerald and Arnold teamed up behind a snow-covered parked car and defended their territory against Harold, Stinky, and Sid in a fast-moving snowball fight. Arnold, distracted by his Secret Santa problem, had been relegated to Snowball Packer. Gerald took a snowball and hurled it across enemy lines, then continued their conversation. "Arnold, it's simple. Just get him a tie." "Gerald, that's what everybody gets when they don't know what to get somebody." Arnold passed him another snowball. "Exactly my point," Gerald said, taking aim at Harold. "I don't know. Mr. Hewen always seems so sad. I've got to think of something special, something that would cheer him up." "Well, if you really want to find out what the guy wants, why don't you just go talk to him?" Arnold brightened. "That's right. I'll just go talk to him, gather some clues, figure out what he wants." He grinned and jumped up. "Gerald, what a great plan." Then Stinky Snowball smacked him on the head. "Is there something special you want to talk with me about, Arnold?" It was evening. Arnold perched on Mr. Hewen's couch, swinging his legs nervously. No, I just want to say hello and, see how you're doing," Arnold said. "I'm fine, thank you. I wish I had some candy to offer you," Mr. Hewen said, shrugging. "I never have any candy around here." Arnold brightened. "Oh, do you like candy?" No, candy is bad for my stomach." "Oh." Arnold looked away. Glancing out the window, he noticed that snow was falling again. "Sure has been cold lately," he said. "Yes, very cold," Mr. Hewen nodded. "Makes me shiver." "I bet you can use a nice warm sweater," Arnold suggested hopefully. Mr. Hewen got up. "No, I've got plenty of sweaters. See?" He opened the door of his closet. "Look, red, blue, green, wool, cotton, plenty of sweaters." He turned to Arnold. "You want one?" "No thanks," Arnold said quickly. He searched his mind for another topic. "So, it's almost Christmas time." Mr. Hewen sat down, nodding sadly. "Yes, this time of year always makes me remember." Remember what? Mr. Hewen looked down at the little Christmas tree on the coffee table. Next to the tree was a small framed photo. He picked it up. It was a long time ago, Arnold. A very complicated story. I'd like to hear it. Please tell me. Mr. Hewen hesitated, looking at Arnold. Then he began. Chapter 3. Many years ago, I lived in another country, very far away, Mr. Hewen said. I was a young man with a beautiful baby daughter. I called her Mai. I was the luckiest man in the world. He handed the picture to Arnold. It showed a pretty 1-year-old baby, smiling. I had a good job as a chef in a restaurant. At night, I would come home and make dinner for Mai and me. Later, I would read her stories and sing songs for her until she fell asleep. I used to dream about our future together, to watch Mai grow up and to go to school, to see her be happy. Mr. Hewen's eyes filled with tears. But there was trouble in my country. There was a war in the north, and every day the fighting was coming closer and closer. The tanks and the machine guns, the planes. I knew this would not be a good place for my child to grow up. I could not keep her safe, maybe not even enough food for her to eat. So I decided we must try to get out. We must try to find a better life. I took her to the one place where people were able to get away, the embassy, where there were helicopters to fly us out. But everyone was trying to go, crowds and crowds. Everywhere there was confusion. Somehow I got to the very last helicopter, but the soldier there would not take us. There were too many people already. I begged the soldier, please, please take us. Help us find a new life. But he said there was only room for one more of us. Mr. Hewen gently took the picture of Mai from Arnold's hands and looked at it again. Then I had to make the most difficult decision of my life. I knew I had to do the best thing for Mai. I knew if I gave Mai to the soldier, he would take care of her. He would find a home for her. And then, as soon as I could, I would get out of the country too and find her again. So I gave Mai to the soldier along with her birth certificate and some of her things. As the helicopter left, the soldier leaned towards me and called out the name of a city. This city. He said he would take her here. Mr. Hewen moved to the window and looked out at the snowflakes falling through the dark. There was a long silence. You had to give her to the soldier? You were saving her life, Arnold said. Yes. And you never seen her since? No. Mr. Hewen shook his head, defeated. It took me 20 years to finally get out of the country. That's why I came to this city. I believe she is here, somewhere. But I have not been able to find her. Why not? Arnold asked. Mr. Hewen shook his head. One government agency sends me to another one, and then another one. Sometimes it is so difficult, I almost give up hope, but I will never stop thinking about her. I will never stop trying. Mr. Hewen carried the picture of Mai back to the table. I will give anything to see her again, to know that she is happy. Chapter 4. Arnold lay in bed that night, tossing and turning, thinking about Mr. Hewen's story. When he woke up the next morning, he knew what his Secret Santa present must be. He went to get Gerald. You're crazy, Gerald said decisively when Arnold told him about it. Really crazy. It's impossible. What's so crazy about it? Arnold demanded. Mr. Hewen only wants one thing, and that's to see his daughter. I know it's a long shot, but if I can find her and bring them together, it would be the best Christmas gift I can give Mr. Hewen. Let's go. Arnold began marching down the snow-covered street. Gerald started after him. Arnold, it's the day before Christmas. There are millions of people in this city. It would take a miracle to find her. Maybe, but what better time for a miracle than Christmas? Isn't that what Christmas is really about? Gerald half ran to keep up with Arnold's quick pace. After several blocks, they stopped in front of a large building. "Here it is," Arnold said. "Here what is?" Gerald grumbled. Arnold led the way up the broad stone steps. "I've been on the phone all morning calling every government agency in town, and everyone I talked to pointed me to this place." Gerald leaned back and squinted up at the name chiseled over the door. "Federal Office of Information." "That's right," Arnold replied. "Somewhere in this building is the information we need to find Mr. Hewan's daughter. All we have to do is get it." The great marble foyer was deserted. Gerald pointed out a small sign on the reception desk. "Gone to office Christmas party." "Well, that's that. Let's go. There's still plenty of time to find Mr. Hewan a tie." But Arnold was peering down the main hall, listening. "I think I hear the Christmas party. Come on." The boys walked a long way down an echoing hall. The sounds of music, laughing, and clinking glasses were louder now. After another long stretch, they came to an open door and looked inside. The party, complete with twinkling lights and loud music, was in full swing. A man standing on a desk near the door threw a handful of confetti at them. "Merry Christmas, boys," he yelled, and almost fell off the desk. "I think we're too late, Arnold," Jill said. "It's Christmas already for these guys." "Come on," Arnold said. "There must be somebody still working here." They went further down the hall, passing several offices with closed doors. At the very end, they spotted a door that was partly open and the light was on. Painted on the frosted glass pane of the door was Mr. Bailey, department supervisor. Arnold and Gerald peeked in. It was a huge, high-ceilinged room, crammed with rows of refrigerator-sized computers, all whirring at full power. There were file cabinets lining the walls and stacks of loose paper everywhere. There was also a lone man sitting at a desk in the far corner, desperately punching a keyboard in front of a small computer terminal. Surrounded by piles of computer printouts and printers spewing out more paper, he looked stressed and exhausted. "There's our somebody," Arnold said. Chapter 5. Excuse me, Mr. Bailey," Arnold said. Startled, the man turned to them. "What are you two kids doing here? Nobody's allowed in here. Can't you see I'm busy?" he growled and turned back to his keyboard. "We're looking for a missing person named Mai Hewan. That's Maihyunh. Pronounced Win. We think she lives somewhere in the city," Arnold said. "So what do you want me to do about it?" Mr. Bailey replied angrily. We thought you could find her for us." Mr. Bailey looked pointedly at the stack of files next to his feet that rose almost to the ceiling. Then he glared at Arnold. "Please," Arnold begged. "She was separated from her father by a war. He's a really good guy, a friend of mine. I want to bring them together for Christmas." Mr. Bailey kept typing. Gerald burst in cheerfully. "What a perfect Christmas present, don't you think, Mr. Bailey?" The man pushed back his chair with a loud squeak. "Look, kid, your story has touched me deeply," he said. "But to find your Mai Hewan would be a huge job. It would take hours, maybe even days. I can't do it at a time like this. It's almost Christmas." Arnold and Gerald looked at each other in dismay. Mr. Bailey said more gently, "Now go on, there's a Christmas party down the hall. Go have some punch. He went back to his frantic typing. The boys headed slowly and sadly for the door. Just then the phone rang. Mr. Bailey answered it. Yeah? Oh, hi, dear. No, I didn't do the Christmas shopping yet. What do you expect? I've got tons of work up here. Arnold and Gerald stopped to listen. Yes, I got the list right in front of me. Yes, I know it's Christmas Eve. Okay, I'll get it done somehow. I love you too, dear. Bye. The boys watched Mr. Bailey hang up the phone with an exhausted grunt. Then he looked wearily at Arnold and Gerald. What, you still here? Arnold spoke up quickly. Mr. Bailey, I was just wondering, what if Gerald and me did your Christmas shopping for you? Gerald stared at Arnold in disbelief. Mr. Bailey waved the Christmas list at them. What, I'm going to trust you kids with my Christmas shopping? Yeah. Right, I'm going to give $300 to a couple of 9-year-olds. Arnold moved closer. How else are you going to get it done in time? Mr. Bailey leaned his head on his hand with a groan. Mister, I'll do anything to get Mr. Hewitt and his daughter together. I'll do your shopping. You can trust me. I'll come back, no matter what, Arnold said. Bailey stared at the list, thinking. Then he handed it to Arnold and pulled out a wad of cash. Okay, you got yourself a deal. I hate shopping anyway. Plus, I'm desperate. Be back here by closing time with the stuff on this list. And I mean all the stuff. Every last thing. And then I'll try running a search on your My Hewen. Arnold and Gerald grinned happily. Arnold and Mr. Bailey shook hands on the deal. Then Mr. Bailey yelled, What are you waiting for? It's the last shopping day before Christmas. Shoo! Arnold and Gerald ran out the door. This is great, Arnold said. Now all we have to do is buy the stuff on the list and Mr. Bailey will find mine, and Mr. Hewen will have the best Christmas ever. To be continued.